This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So we're going to take a look and see what natural gas is doing, what crude oil is doing, and then we're going to take a look today here at the U.S. dollar. This video is for information purpose only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have natural gas, your 1 minute and your 5 minute chart. Now, you can see here how this is trading here really nice. We came all the way down here, came in a low of 3 flat going on here. Natural gas so far got as low as 2.966. But this was that nice 3.0 level here. Now, here was the place I'd never buy it there. Always wait for the retest. Nice big green candle, and look at the really nice run right on up here. But when we get these topping tails like here, that's the time that you definitely want to get out of the trade. At least I do, okay? But again, now what we had here is you still had a low here, then we had a higher low, and it ran up a little bit here. But I was out right here, and that was really good on the UNG. Now, the UNG had a pretty good spread so far today. Just in regular hours, it was 20.58, and then a high of 21.03. Now remember, UNG, you can do 24 hours a day, 5 days a week there on the UNG. That's why I like trading it. You don't really have to wait. Now, what we're looking for here is we had this low, okay, here of 3 flat pretty much. And then we had a low over here, 3.0 flat plus 2 plus 6 over here. So now we have another possible double bottom situation, which is looking very nicely here, okay? So you can see here on the 5 minute chart here, when we came all the way down to this low here, that 2.99, then we have a nice higher low here. This was the retest here. This was a good opportunity here to take that bad boy long, okay? So always watch those. Now, here's that low here, that 3.006, and then we have that low here of 2.992. So this is actually another trade here that can go off here, and let's see if we can get back up to that 306 level. Okay, let's take a look here on a hourly and a 4 hour. Okay, now in this morning's video here, I pointed out to where you have a nice series of higher lows. That's always very good, okay? Even though it came all the way down here, we recaptured that 50-day pretty quick. However, you got to figure the high so far today in natural gas is 3.083 right there. It couldn't get to yesterday's high at that 3.096. And that's going to be the very key level here to go higher, because your resistance, which I'll show you on the daily here, is that 3.10 level here. So really what you have to do is not only break above there, but you got to get above here if natural gas wants to go higher. But again, it's a good trading so far here today. Now, when you look at the 4 hour chart, this is the same thing, but look how nice it's holding here. See, you have a low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Really nice here. The key is going to be that 3.09 here. So when we look at this chart here, okay, we had a really nice run right on up. Then we had that sideways action going, and now we're trying to break out above this key level here, okay? So again, that's what we want to watch. On the downside, you obviously want to watch that 3.01 here, that 21-day at 2.92, that 50-day sitting at 2.77. Then we can come all the way down here to that 2.71, and it still would be bullish because that series of higher lows is still very much intact. But we have sideways action. Let's see how she shakes out the rest of the day. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily. Okay, here we have a daily chart. Now you can see here we have an inside day, which basically means the high and low are the inside of the high and low of the previous day. Now yesterday we had an indecision candle. You can see where it finished right dead center here. But again, where it closed yesterday was at 2.98, which was above this key level here, that 2.967. Very nice. So here, let's just take a look at the downside first. So obviously you want to watch today's low at 2.96, which lines up very nice. If that is lost here, we come right over here to the top of this candle at that 2.92, and then we'll come here at 2.85, and then we have this 8 SMA here at 2.81, and then we can just follow the candles all the way down. You have 2.79, 2.75, and then we can come right down to that 21-day at 2.66. So really good support levels here. As long as we hold this 8 SMA here, we're looking good. Now, not counting today, we have a really nice series of higher highs and higher lows. That's always very bullish. Your RSI here is looking very good. Your MACD, your green over your red, also very good. Now, the key is is going to be a close over yesterday's high to go to take this higher. That's at 3.096 here. Okay, so here was your resistant level at that 3.10. So it came just about right on up there. The next level we're going to be targeting here is 3.189. Let's call that 3.19. That is going to be your next level. And then we come up here to 3.23. That's going to be your next level. And then we come all the way up here, 3.37. And then your big retest there at 3.39. Now, again, if we can break above this 3.39 level, which is, this chart is looking very, very bullish here, then you want to go to this gap right here. Okay, this is the key. This is 3.407. And then we have that fill, which is at 3.45. So your gap and your fill. Then we can go to the top of that 3.57 and rally all the way up to that 3.64. And just remember, natural gas rips. It rips both ways, up and down. Look how it ripped down here. Look how it ripped down, but then look how nice it ripped right on up here. So, okay. So for today, what you really want to do is this really needs to hold this level here. Okay. So this is that 2.96, but realistically, as long as you hold in this 2.92, this is still very, very good. And as long as you hold that 8-day long term, this is very, very good. You can see bottom left, upper right, 8-day, 21-day, 50-day, looking very, very good. Upside, you got to crack that 2.096 level. If you crack that, then we can have our resistance levels right up here and work yourself all the way on up. Okay, let's take a look here and going on with crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart here. Okay, so right now we're looking here pretty good. If you watch my vid this morning, I said here's the key level we need to hold. Is this 21-day now sitting at 77.53, and we need to hold this 200-day sitting at 76.15. That's right below it. And then we have your 8-day at 75.73. But the 21-day is key. Once you start losing those here, on a closing basis, then it kind of be like a domino effect. It can come right on down here. However, so far we are looking here pretty good. And yesterday's high, what we had is 78.29, and so far today's high 78.36. So now we have a nice higher high, and we're holding the top portion of that candle. That's very, very nice. And right here we have a bottoming tail. We got to see if that holds or not. Okay, MACD green over the red. Look at that bad boy. Okay, shows good momentum to the upside. RSI here, plenty of room to run. It's kind of sitting in the center. Can go both ways, but it looks like this can curl right up here nicely and take this higher. Now, upside resistance, this is what we're looking at right here. This is going to be key. This is that 78.49. I say, so crude got as high today as 78.36. So we're just below that 8 SMA. If that can crack above that, then we have this 79 level here, where you have your 100-day, your 200-day here sitting at that 79.76. But you have all this, okay? 79.37, 79.63, and then you got Hondo over here at 79.79, which lines up everything right here if we can get blasted above. But the key to the upside is going to be right there, 78.48. You need to crack above that. If you can, then we can attack this level. Now, again, if we can get above that, then what we're doing is we're looking for this 80.62 level, which is your price channel, which basically is the top of that candle. And we're looking for that 50-day at 80.60. But we have a good trading range here now. See where your top is 80.62 and your bottom is 72.48 here. So we got a nice big trading range. Your price channel is leveled off. Very, very nice. It shows you very, very clearly exactly what your range is. The key is on a closing basis is hold that 77.53 and hold this 200 SMA here at that 76.15. You really need to hold that. Now your 8-day here, look and see how it's going all the way on down, your 21-day. But now you can see where that 8-day now is starting to flatten right on out. We can get the curl up here. That'll provide excellent support, just like a good example like we had going on all the way up here. Now your 21-day, okay, that looks like that's flattening out here. So this is looking really good. Look at your 21-day here, okay, to the upside. 50-day to the upside. Your 100 days on the downside, but look at here. Your 100-day is rolling right on up here. So realistically, if this can get going here, just watch that key 8 SMA here. If you can get above that 78.48, you're going to be right in that 79 right in the thick of it very, very easily. Okay, let's take a look here at the US dollar. Okay, the US dollar here is very, very strong. Let me just take that out a little bit here. Okay, so we had that 100 mark. You ran right on up here. And I always pointed out this there. See your head down here, left shoulder, right shoulder, ran right on up here. Nice. But when we got all the way to the top here, this was a 106.43. Then we put in right here, you're looking at 106.40. This was that double top situation. Always look for those candles When you see that, then you know she's going to come right on down here. Okay, so always keep in mind here when you see something like this, okay, we see that high, that 106.51 here, and then we come right here, 106.49. See that double top situation? When you see that, you always want to sell it. Now, there's a lot of people I know, traders, that actually just trade the dollar. Like some people just trade gold, some people just trade silver, or some people just trade oil or whatever. I always like to watch the dollar to see what kind of strength it is, because a lot of times when you have the dollar going up, it takes the commodities down a little bit. So what we're looking for here is we're looking at this price channel. You're looking at 105, basically 46. That's going to be the key level. If you can crack above that, then we're going to go right here to the next price channel, which is the top of that candle. You're looking at 105.74, and then we can come back up to this candle. You're looking at 106.49, and then your big target up there at 106.51 here. Okay, so and that, which is basically right there. Now again, if you can crack above that, then we have some nice targets. We bring this price channel right across here. And what do you have? You got 107.11, and then we look to the top here. You got 107.34, and then we can just keep rolling right on up here because this has a lot of nice targets. Okay, 107.99 here. What do we got there? You got 113.14. You can take it all the way up here, 113. What do we got there? 14 level here. This candle here was 111.27, and then you can run all the way up here, 144.77. Very, very easy. The key is going to be breaking up this price channel here, that 106, 105.45. Sorry about that. And then we come over here to this candle, and then we just work ourselves around up here. But you can see here on the weekly chart here what a nice sideways action. You know what I'm saying? It's a really good trader's market. So if you are just trading the dollar here, you got really good trading opportunity here. And we have a nice channel going now, 102.35 on the bottom and 105.51 there on the top. Now, what we want to look on, always got to look at the downside area, where you can see here on the weekly, you got a lot of big time support going on here. So on a weekly, you want to look at that 105.08 here. You have that 100-day at 104.78. Then we have your 21-day 104.56, and then we have your 50-day at 104.08 there on your 50 SMA here. Okay, but let's just look at the weeklies here, because this is going to be very, very key. Now you can see we're above that 50-day, so now that becomes good support. You're looking at 105.10. A lot of these here will line up pretty much here with the weekly chart, and then right below that you have your 104.68 here, and then we have your 104.57, your 8-day, and then we have your 200-day 104.44, and then Hondo over here 104.44, and then we have this 103.99. Okay, so everything is here. You got really, really good support underneath. As long as it holds that 50 SMA here, this is looking good. But now you can see this 8-day is curling up. It gets above that 21-day, and you'll push that price right on up. Now look at the MACD here. Okay, so you're in pretty much oversold territory, so a bounce is going to be what you're going to be doing, obviously, and look at what we got, okay? So the green now is above your red, which shows momentum there to the upside, RSI moving up here. This is all looking very good here, and we actually have a divergence kind of a situation here, because we have a low, okay, we have a low, and then we have a higher, even a lower low, but we have a higher high here. Okay, so this is like a positive divergence going here, where this dollar looks like it's going to go higher. So realistically, on the upside, this walks at 104.45. If you can crack above, bring that price channel right across. There's your next target, 105.74. Downside, 50-day is going to be crucial. If that's lost, you come right to that 21-day at 104.68. Okay, that's what I got for you. A little natty gas, a little crude, a little dollar. I'll be back here after the pit close at 2:30, and we will go a little bit more in depth on crude oil and natural gas. Okay, thanks for watching.